Manila, Philippines. Young Filipinos infected with human immunodeficiency virus have increased by 500%. Come on, guys, I've told you about this. I've warned you about these things. Okay, why aren't you wrapping it up?
Department warns HIV cases in the country could soar to 400,000 if left unchecked.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Black Filipino TV. Now I got one for you today. I'm sitting here, new style. If anybody watches More to Life, they know this is the background I use for More to Life videos. But I want to talk about this because recently, Manila, especially Manila, but all over the Philippines, has seen a rise in AIDS cases. Even a 12-year-old, as young as 12 years old, was infected. So it's gotten out of hand. The numbers are like increase of like 500%.
Following a 500% spike in infections aged 15 to 25.
It's nuts. So wherever you are, if you're coming to the Philippines, if you're with a Filipina, I'm sure you'll be fine. But still, you never know. Wrap it up, get tested just to be safe. It's out of control. I'm not being dramatic at all. I'm being real. Numbers are in, and they're not just numbers. They're lives. And let me walk you through the truth, the raw, verified facts, nothing exaggerated, nothing made up. This is what the Department of Health, UNAIDS, WHO, and multiple news sources have confirmed. The 550% increase.
500% increase of HIV in the Philippines. Manila, Philippines. Young Filipinos infected with human immunodeficiency virus have increased by 500%, prompting the DOH to call for a national public health emergency. The ages ranges from 15 to 25 years old. Between 2010 and 2023, the youngest case is a 12-year-old in the province of Palawan. I made a video before about the increase of prostitution in the Philippines, and it's gonna keep on going, and I told you guys to wrap that up. I've also told you guys about the zombies and the walkers. They're no longer just on the streets. They are now on the cell phones contacting you, trying to be in love with you, pretending they are, and in real life they're actually walker. Come on, guys, I've told you about this. I've warned you about these things. Okay, why aren't you wrapping it up? Of course I'm gonna blame the guys. I'm not gonna blame the girls, because you're probably like, hey, for a little bit extra, can I take the wrap off? Come on now. Be smart, y'all. The zombies ain't just gonna suck your blood dry in your pocket. They're gonna drain out your energy too until you...
Yeah, wild. 2010, the Philippines recorded 4,400 new HIV infections. That's right, 4,400. Now, in 2024, that number jumped to around 29,600, and that's an increase of over 550,000. Now, not 50%, not even 200%, but 550% more people infected, and that's just 14 years ago. Now, this isn't coming from rumors or social media. It comes from UNAIDS and also official health bulletins. This is real data. Now, the youth, they're at risk. Now, let's zoom in on young people. According to the Department of Health, and I gotta say this because even Kay's own family was a teacher here. I know she's probably gonna see this and say, why does Jay keep using my name? But because it's true, right? And she knows, and Kay knows as well. The youth, they want to get it in. And if anybody knows anything about Filipinos, young and old, I know the older people not going through it, that are really old because, you know, they're safe, but still, they don't like to use condoms. I remember her cousin saying, these kids want to see, they want to feel it. Even I want to feel it, but I want to feel it with my wife. I don't want to feel it with somebody I don't know, right? So the age group is supposed to be preparing for life, college, first jobs, relationships, but they're also part of this fast growing demographic getting HIV in the country. And this rise is so serious that the DOH is pushing for the government to declare a national public health emergency.
The agency is urging government to declare a national public health emergency among individuals aged 15 to 25.
to address the youth HIV crisis. In 2025, as of the latest reports, an average of 57 new HIV cases are diagnosed every single day in the Philippines. 57 every day. That's crazy. Why? Because kids they don't like to wrap it up. And I understand what my homeboy was saying, but it's not guys sleeping with walkers. It's the youth giving it to each other. That's what's happening. So that's over 1,700 people per month and over 20,000 new cases per year. And that's just diagnosed cases. Now, there are thousands more who have HIV right now and don't even know it. Crazy. They're walking around spreading it and have no idea. And these are people who look healthy, people who feel fine, people who are still going to school, work, and dating, unknowingly carrying the virus. So they're just spreading it around. And the only way they're going to know is people say, oh man, I feel like I got a flu all of a sudden. Then go to the doctor, get tested, and the doctor says, have you taken an HIV test? Then they give it to them, and then they know. Now, the men are the most affected. Now, about 95% of new infections are among men, and a vast majority transmitted through sexual contact. This isn't just a gay issue. This is a sexual health issue for everyone. Whether you're gay, straight, or bi, or if you're sexually active and not using protection or getting protected, you're at risk. People have to understand, silence, that's the real killer. Now, people aren't talking about it because sex is still taboo in the Philippines, and people are afraid to get tested. Now, they think HIV is a death sentence or something that happens to other people. What it is stigma that's killing people more than the virus. Here's another brutal truth. I read an article here that says about 55% of Filipinos living with HIV have been diagnosed. Of those, only 66% are on antiretroviral therapy, and just 40% have viral suppression, meaning their treatment is actually keeping the virus under control. That means thousands of people are walking around with HIV untreated and potentially spreading it. Now, this is what the UNAIDS warned about. The Philippines is way behind on the global 95 targets. Now, one thing they're offering right now is free testing and free treatment, but people aren't using it. If you're young out there and you're active, go get tested. I have family members, even my wife, they concerned about our family members that are in that age group. They're young, they want to experience things. Don't do it. If you hear me, if you watch me, don't do it. Testing is free, treatment is free, and places like Love Yourself Philippines, they're doing the work. Now, they've tested over 100,000 people. They helped 7,000 people get on treatment, and the viral suppression rate is over 90%. But so many people still don't show up. And why don't they show up? You got to ask yourself, because they're afraid of being judged. They think going to an HIV clinic means admitting something, because they think it's better not to know. And that fear is costing lives. Now, what needs to change, we need to do better, all of us. Now, parents need to talk to their kids about sex. Must happen. Schools need to teach real sex education. Wearing a condom. I remember when I was younger, right? That I gotta say one thing. When I first came out to the Philippines, I used a condom with my wife, right? And the condoms out here, they don't have good condoms. Now, the reason why I used the condom with my wife is because that was our first time, right? And I didn't want to get her pregnant. Still, what happens is, they don't have, they have Durex, but Trojans has an ultra sensitive condom. I remember one time I used it a long time ago. I felt like I didn't have anything on. They don't have condoms like that here in the Philippines. I don't know. I think maybe the Trojan needs to get on board, come out to the Philippines. People, you actually test that condom out and say, wow, it's pretty good. Hey, cut my check, Trojan. If you hear me, cut my check. But parents, they need to talk to their kids. Schools need to teach it. Also, churches and communities need to support people, not shame them. And every Filipino needs to stop pretending that HIV isn't real. Now, it is, and the numbers, they're not lying. That's why this is happening now, because everything is so taboo here. Don't let everything be taboo. Please stop the taboo. It's real, it's happening, and kids are being infected. Now, if you're watching this and you're sexually active, get tested. If you're watching this and you never had a checkup, go get one. If you're watching this and you feel afraid, you're not alone. Knowledge is power, and silence is deadly. If you're watching this and you're a guy that came into the country and got with somebody raw, get tested. You get with a girl or you get with a guy, you're just starting to get to know them, go get checked together before you even do something. It's time to be grown-ups. But yeah, guys, other than that, we need to make that change. Thank you for watching. Peace out. See you next video.
Thank you for watching this video. If you like my content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you like my content, you can go to my Buy Me a Coffee at buymeacoffee.com/JTBF. And there you can buy me a coffee, or you can book a consultation with me. I have consultations for a very small fee. At the bottom of this video, you'll see thanks there. You can give thanks and make sure your comment is highlighted, and you can give a small donation that way as well. Guys, in the description, you'll see other videos of my other content that's great as well. So you can be sure to watch my other content there. Thank you for watching. See you next video.